One thing great about anime is that you are never going to run out of more anime to watch, and while that is exciting in and of itself, it is also true that not all anime are created equally. Some are good, some are bad, yet there are some anime that somehow manages to make a strong impression on the viewer. That makes us feel strong emotions, and there are a ton of those animes that are just not getting enough appreciation as it is. In this video, these are the kind of animes we are going to talk about, hence the title, Top 10 Underrated Animes on Netflix that every anime fan should watch. Rest assured, this video is completely spoiler-free. Just think of every anime description as a tiny review. Now, before we get further into this, I just want you all to like this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It keeps the channel growing, which is also appreciated. We have also made another video on this topic. It's the top 10 Netflix animes. You should definitely check out that one too. The link will be down in the description box down below. Well then, with that said, shall we begin?
しかし師匠とはまだまだ甘い腰が引けてるぞブルーノはい師匠なんとも修行っぽい
Starting from number 10, the first anime on our list is a light slice of life, The Royal Tudor. In the modern day world, the young generation have some sort of mixed feelings about education. Some feel too strongly about it, going as far as striving to get perfect grades even if it's at the cost of their own health, while some have just given up on it altogether. There are also some students who somehow always manage to get by, and then there are students who try hard but they still struggle with decent grades. The point I'm trying to make is, not all students are equal. This anime is more or less also centered around the concept of education, but instead of making it seem like something grandeur, it makes it seem like something light and gradual, and it does a
俺はこいつの世界を見に行く。あんたらはここで一生泥船ごっこでもしてろよ。
At number 9, we have a refreshing shoujo anime, Children of the Whales. A fantasy shoujo story with glorious visuals, this is an anime that does put emphasis on emotion, yet it somehow feels too idealistic. That said, this anime is clearly not for everybody. The world of this anime is glorious, the art is refreshing, and if you are the right fit for this anime, then it can even fill you with the awe over how beautiful everything is. Of course, that doesn't mean this is the most beautiful anime out there. It's not. But it's still a gem, and you won't understand what it's about unless you watch it.
もういい。こんな世界はもうどうでもいい。ミカさん、それ。
Here at number 8, we have another fantasy anime, Drifting Dragons. Dragons have always been a major part of every kid's fantasies, but this anime just takes that concept and throws it out of the window. Sure, riding and petting dragons is cool and all, but what do you think about some delicious mouth-watering dragon meat? The dragons in this anime definitely won't disappoint you, both before and after they become a meal. This is light comedy with many characters, and it's well worth watching.
できるだけ美味しく取ってやるべきだ。
そんなこと言ってる場合か。
しゃあねえ。銃で援護してやれ。俺も行く。おい、ジオ。
Next up at number 7, we have a psychological perplex, Ergo Proxy. There are always those kinds of animes where you just don't seem to get what's going on. They mess with your brain, and sometimes even with your everyday life. These are the kinds of animes that you don't recommend to everyone, but to those who know this is their cup of tea. It can be an extremely thrilling experience. The execution of the story is mad. Some might even consider it obscene. It is perplexing, but it is the kind of confusion that we anime fans like. Alright, up next at number 6, we have a beautifully animated vampire anime, Sirius Vilga. If you are already familiar with the studio PA Works, then you know it isn't like them to create an original vampire anime suddenly out of the blue. They are usually all about creating beautiful yet inspiring slice of life kind of anime, and their animes always hit hard. And even though this anime is a bit different from what they usually do, it is still very much P.A Works anime. Making a story of revenge and hatred out of vampires and still managing to convey the entire plot in just 12 episodes without ever holding back on the action, this is what this anime is all about.
Yuri. Ni-san.
Up next at number 5, we have a story filled with both action and adventure, Gargantia on the Verdurous Planet. There are always many theories about what the future might look like, and to be honest, almost all of them are incredibly lucrative. Even though we can never really know what it might look like, it's still very satisfying to read or watch such concepts, and one such story is this anime. How does the idea of Utopia sound? This is indeed a very beautiful anime which provides a very interesting perspective. Definitely recommended to both action and adventure fans.
今の何？
あれは光の帳だよ。巡り銀河がほどけるときにできるの。シャイニー！
Now at number 4, we have another inspiring anime, Little Witch Academia. Wholesome, inspiring, and something that can be recommended to all ages, that is the kind of anime this is. This anime portrays beauty by simplicity and creative both in its plot and the way it is executed. It's about how a believing heart is your magic, and how a cast of simple characters can create something so beautiful and interesting. Now, I don't want you all to think that this is somehow a show made for kids. I want you to think that this is a show that is made for everyone, so that they can feel their imagination run freely and just enjoy the grace of this simple anime.
Tomodachi. じゃあ私のために人を殺せる。
At the third spot, we have another psychological thriller called Erased. There is no such thing as a life without regrets. Some people just learn to live with it. Some people beat themselves up because they think it was their fault. Then there are some people who may move on, but deep down in their hearts and souls, they have an empty void. Erased is an anime that also highlights this. Imagine, if you can go back to some point in your life and correct something that you did wrong, how difficult would it be? Why would you do it? Can you even do it?
翌日の誕生会をひなずきと過ごす。それこそが未来を変えることになる。事件そのものをなくしてやる。
じゃあいくらだ。
さあ、1億ドルかしら。
そんな金はない。
スイス銀行の口座にならあるわ。
Alright, now at the second spot, we have another psychological anime, Great Pretender. This anime is a work of art. The story takes place in many countries, and it beautifully captures that beauty with glorious visuals. The main idea is quite simple. There are many rich people in the world, and some of them are people who just don't deserve that wealth. So what does a good con man do? They scam all that massive wealth out of them. And that's exactly what this anime is about.
計画を補ってるのは誰でしょうね。そうだ、金髪くせ野郎。
ほら、分け前だ。ルーキー。
Cute slice of life, and that's all there is to it. Well, there is certainly some truth to that statement, but the thing is, this anime is a lot more than that. It's about experiencing youth in its finest form. It's about aiming for something unreachable. It's about embracing those little moments that you know you might never get to experience again. This anime is about a journey, and if you are one of those people who have been putting it off because you think it's just cute, then you, my friend, are missing out.
でもどうしても行きたい。だってお母さんが待ってる。
白瀬ちゃん。
So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. There are many underrated animes on Netflix, and I know I didn't cover all of them, so feel free to mention your favorite ones in the comments down below. Before you go, make sure you have hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, it is a great way to earn some good karma from the universe. Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.